Aloha and welcome to Moonscopes, Love Your Life Astrology. I'm your host, KG Stiles, intuitive astrologer, metaphysical coach for more than 35 years. Thanks for joining me for a look at the game-changing September astrology highlights. So here we have a chart for the Virgo new moon. It is cast for Greenwich Mean Time, Universal Time. So first, we have on September 12th coming up this weekend, we have the 20-degree Virgo new moon, partial solar eclipse, 11:41 p.m. Pacific, and that will be, looks like it's, I think 11:41. I think it's actually 6:41. It says 7:01 here, but I think it's actually 6:41 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So, and then on September 27th, we have the 4-degree Aries full moon total lunar eclipse at 7:50 p.m. Pacific. The final blood red moon in a rare tetrad series occurring in 2014 and 2015. So I posted a world clock time zone converter below this video for you to find out what time things are happening in your part of the world. Today's show is a general forecast for everyone. So if you want a more personal look at your astrology, you might like to purchase a private session with me. So September is a 9-month. So this 9-month is a month. The number 9 is a number of divine magic, mystery. If you add 9 to any number, it will double that number. So 9 is the number of the magician, the alchemist, the philosopher, the teacher, the poet, the mystic. It's a number of empowerment. You can double whatever you focus upon now. Understanding and compassion are the most favored gifts you can sow and reap in the month of September. The most powerful intense days in September are the 8 days of September 8th, today when I'm recording, September 17th, 1 plus 7 is 8, and September 26th, the day before that Aries lunar eclipse. So when there's a triple activation, so what this means is that we're in an 8 year, you add that to 9, you get the number 17. 17 is the number of infinity. Whatever happens on a 17 day has longevity, infinity. It's a number of infinity. Also, so these triple activation days, today, the 8th, the 17th, the 26th, actually do a triple activation of that 8 number. So this month is all about empowerment and taking your power back, standing in your power, owning your power. So all of the archangels and ascended masters are really close and available to help you at this time, especially the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. The ascended masters especially to call upon now are Jesus, Yeshua, and Mother Mary. There is a tremendous quickening occurring during the month of September. You've probably been feeling the intensity growing in this month of September already. Venus has stationed direct now, it's stationed direct on the 6th. So there's this, so calling upon the Holy Spirit, the divine life force energy for guidance, really tuning in to your own highest guidance. Holy Spirit is your super conscious mind and your higher self, and connects you with whatever you hold predominantly in your mind. So it's important for you to focus on what it is you want in this month more than ever. And this is a test to your own coming into your own self-mastery and being able to direct and have that self-mastery. So September is a month of pattern recognition. When you recognize a repeating pattern, you can do a pattern disrupt to break the cycle. So affirming that was then and now is now, so that whatever patterns come up, you recognize it as a repeating pattern, a repeating theme in your life. Just recognize Don't go running after that pattern to activate it again. Simply observe it, that it's a repeating pattern, to break the pattern. That's the easiest way to break the pattern. Of course, you can, focus on what you do want as soon as you can. It depends upon how intense the energy is. Sometimes all you can manage is just to observe that you're in a repeating pattern. There's a pattern up for disruption and for clearing. So El Morya also, he really helps clear energy. This is a time to clear space, to clear patterns this month, as I see it. This is a month of having compassion and understanding for yourself and others. So on September 6th, as I said, Venus did station direct. She is going to be, we're in an integration phase when all that we reviewed during her retrograde cycle, we will be integrating these new things that we recognize, this new patterns of self-love, self-compassion, self-care, self-worth are really getting engaged. So still within orb of conjunction to Mars, Venus, there's a trine that's happening on September 8th today between Mars, this Venus. They're getting wider, but they won't get any further apart than 10 degrees until they'll be exact again on November 2nd. So, the trine, there's a lot of energy, a lot of desire to take action, move things forward with Uranus, but there can be sudden, unexpected things happening. We are right now, tomorrow, September 9th, having an exact square between Mercury and Pluto. Mercury is slowing down to go retrograde. More on that in a minute. But this Virgo new moon solar eclipse that is occurring on the 12th will be conjunct to Jupiter. It will oppose Neptune, and before it leaves, it will also oppose Chiron. So this is very much about the healing. As I see it, there is a lot of potential for healing, being a lot of revelation still coming, a lot of transition in this month still. There is a new beginning. I don't know that we're going to be seeing a lot of what this looks like, the flavor of this new beginning. We'll have indications of it, but the flavor of it will really be coming more in October. We'll talk more about that. Okay, so and then we do have we do have this sextile here that still, it's a little wide, but Pluto is pretty much in between the Neptune Chiron here in Pisces. We've got that sextile. They're still working, bringing opportunities for healing in during this time. Then right before the Virgo new moon goes void of course, it will go void of course at 7:08 p.m. on September 13th. And it will sextile Saturn. So I think this new moon is going to have staying power, whatever is being born now. So, and then on the new moon enters Libra less than 30 minutes after it goes void of course at 7:41 p.m. Pacific time. And then on September 16th, Jupiter in Virgo it's in opposition already, but it will be exact on the 16th of September. So there's a big opening happening now, a lot of illumination of what needs to be released and let go at this time. And we're headed towards this. We're in this gateway and headed towards what this release is all about. You should really be seeing what is up for being released at this time. And I think it's a lot of shadow tissue. I think the mental patterns here are going to be released with this Mercury retrograde. So as I said, on September 17th, Mercury does station retrograde at 15 degrees Libra until October 9th, when it stations direct at 1 degree Libra. And Mercury won't leave its retrograde shadow until October 24th, just before that Taurus full moon. A bit more about that in this forecast. On October 27th, we have that Taurus full moon. So today, September 17th, is an 8-day when Mercury stations retrograde, square to Pluto. This is the day also that Saturn will cross over into Sagittarius. So this 17, really look at what is happening on the 17th day, because it has a mark of infinity. This whole month does, but these, the 8, the 17, and the 26th especially, are potent days. So as I said, Mercury is square to Pluto on September 9th, tomorrow. And this energy, you're going to see what mental patterns are up. And since Pluto's involved, there's usually fear, there's that shadow element, things that have been hidden that are activated for release. Mercury will square Pluto 3 times during its retrograde phase. So, and also to just give you a heads up about Venus, when it will leave its shadow is October 8th. So again, there's that feeling of, there's a lot of dissolution happening. You may get intimations of what is coming in, but there's a lot of release that needs to take place, a lot of dissolution, meltdown, release that needs to take place. So on September 17th, also, as I said, Saturn is moving out of Scorpio after a 3-year stay to enter Sagittarius, where it will give form to new beliefs, higher wisdom and understanding, and helping you to become congruent and in integrity with what you say you believe, and making it real in the world. So Venus will be within orb of a grand fire trine with Uranus in Aries and Pallas Athena over in Sagittarius. It is forming and will be active through the 4-degree Aries lunar eclipse happening on September 27th. The grand fire trine between Venus, Uranus, and Athena will be exact on September 22nd at 19 degrees. So that's the degree point that's most active in this grand fire trine. That's active starting now through the Aries lunar eclipse on the 27th. If you have a personal planet within 4 degrees either side of the 19 degree in a fire sign, especially Sag, Leo, or Aries, you will have a more personal experience of this grand fire trine. And this is very much about, there's a lot of energy to move forward and to create the space, the energy to go through this dissolution and release that's taking place, as well as the activation that's taking place during the month of September for new things to come in. I think we'll see those new things coming in October. The form of those will become more clear. So this grand fire trine is joined by the planet Mercury, which is now retrograde, squaring Pluto. And it is forming the head of the kite. It's forming a kite. This is the energy needed. This grand fire trine is in a relationship with the Mercury retrograde, square to Pluto, and it is helping. This is the head of the kite is the direction. Of course, we've had the North Node here, I think the head of the kite is headed towards being in relationship, communicating harmoniously, bringing in that whole, this is another time to review and bring in these patterns for where you're headed. And the tail of the kite, the balance, is in Uranus. So there's a lot of instability with this kite pattern. I mean, if Uranus is the tail of the kite, which provides the balance point, which is known for being very chaotic, I would say there could be potentially a lot of disruption but I think also the kite always helps you rise above. And I think, again, focusing on the compassion, the understanding, activating new patterns, giving yourself the space to disrupt any repeating patterns that have not gotten you what you wanted in the past. Definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. So we really need to be activating new patterns to get these new outcomes that we want in our life. Focus on what you do want and let go of the things that will not bring you what you say you want. So then on September 23rd, the sun sextiles Saturn, now over in Sagittarius, as it heads into Libra, and we have the autumnal, the equinox, when the day and night are balanced in both the northern and southern hemispheres. So then on September 24th, Mars will enter Virgo, and this is going to really have your energies focused. You're going to be focused more on the practical details of life. And this is much more a grounding place for the Mars energy than when it was in Leo. There's, it can get a sense of that strong sense of urgency happening when it's in a fire sign itself. Is more likely to have that sense of urgency. So it does help you to put your action, energy, focus into more practical details. It's more health and service oriented, more oriented towards healing and being productive. On this same day, Pluto, on September 24th, Pluto stations direct at 13 degrees Capricorn. Now we begin to move forward. There is an Earth trine forming, will begin to form between Mars. The exact degrees occur mid-October, when Mars will conjunct Jupiter and trine Pluto. And then Venus will enter Virgo in just a little bit now, and also conjunct Jupiter and trine Pluto. And then the peak of this Earth trine energy that's occurring in October is when we have the Taurus new moon on October 27th. When we have the Taurus new moon, it is at 4 degrees, but it will form an exact grand Earth trine, this Taurus new moon, with Mars and Venus conjunct to Jupiter. And I will talk more about that in the upcoming forecast. I just wanted to give you a preview of the positive coming attractions. I just want you to stay, there's some good things coming. You just need to get through the dissolution and release, that the intensity of this September. 9 is always completion. We will, I feel like this is really a completion of a lot of release that needs to take place. And then I think, the 8 year we're in, coupled with the 10 month, which is 1, 10 is instant manifestation, and 1 with that is a 9. So I think that we'll begin to see more, things completing themselves as far as these new phases, these new things coming into form, that will become more apparent. So, well, that's it for this episode of Moonscope's Love Your Life Astrology. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel. And of course, I'd love it if you would like and share with your friends. Thanks again for being here. If you want even more resources to live a life that you love, plus personal invitations I only send out by email, come over to kgstiles.com and sign up for email updates. Please leave your comments and questions below and join in the conversation. If you love your Moonscopes, head over to iTunes where you can download podcasts and give us your positive review of the show. Keep reaching for your dreams. I'll be back soon with another forecast with even more insights about the upcoming eclipse season, so stay tuned. Until then, relax, enjoy your life, and stay connected.